Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt, and this is Team Chicago Challenge. We're in Beloit, Wisconsin for the annual WinterFest, but because of the 20 below degree weather when it was supposed to be held, they have delayed it 2 weeks, and we're going to be running tonight under the lights again in Beloit. And we're going to be looking at the heat races today. You're going to see some of the fastest guys in the Midwest because this is such a popular event, and everybody's out here. All the big guns are going to be really flying out here. And so why don't you check out the first race from Beloit, Wisconsin.
First race we get a chance to look at is Veterans Class. This is for riders 30 to 39, any size motorcycle. Number 59 is friend George Mack. Jumping out front is Dave Hertz, number 84. He's on an ATK. The Rotex, second place. It's like Mitch Kazowski from Des Plaines. As Dave rides the Team Chicago bike. He didn't race this track last time, so this is his first experience on a shorter ice racing track. The bike seems to be running pretty well. 84 in that ATK Rotex. Second place, Tim Bourne. George Mack is out there, but he had to borrow a bike, his good bike, threw a belt, so it was really sad. Talk about hard luck. Dave ended up fourth.
The final events in the
Veterans Class is for riders 30 to 39, but up front is number 84. It's Dave Hertz. He's from Rockford, Illinois. Second place is 24. That's Tim Zorn from Freeport, Illinois. So you see George trying to make his way through the pack. Swing the camera up front. Still leading. Number 84 is on his ATK, which has a Rotex engine. It's a 560. But one rider went down and George ended up third. He got a trophy, but it wasn't the way he planned. Dave ended up fourth. Now I want to look at the four-stroke. Studded four-wheelers, quads. Up front is Charles Way from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Second place, Jim Wiggets Jr. from Glenview, Illinois. Third place is like Steve Schultz from Wadsworth, Wisconsin. Got a battle going on up front here. Going on to pick up the win was Charles Way from Lake Geneva. Second place, Jim Wiggets. Third place, Steve Schultz. We're looking at the pro class. Jumping out front looks like Danny Peterson. Mark Casey's right behind him. Down on the inside is Mark Jonjoff. Danny Peterson from Franklin Park. Check that. On the inside, that could have been Andy Fenwick, number 47, the road racer, but Danny Peterson from Franklin Park is looking good. Mark Casey's right behind him. Mark Casey out of Waukegan. From Andy Fenwick again. Andy Fenwick from Neenah, Wisconsin. Moved into second. But now Mark Jonjoff has just moved into second. Randy Livingston's on the outside there. What a battle. Danny, can you hold these guys off? Danny Peterson still up front. Mark Jonjoff from Madison or the Madison area is moving on the outside. That's Madison, Wisconsin. He's on a Kawasaki. Boy, just made the pass on Danny Peterson. Danny Peterson's on a 250 Honda. Coming up on a Kawasaki is Randy Livingston now, number 2. But Mark Jonjoff really seems to have this thing dialed. Randy Livingston from Rockford has just moved into second place ahead of Danny Peterson. Second 250 Pro race, jumping out front. Jeff Fedette right behind him. Don Wallbeezer on the Cyclecraft Yamaha 250. Jeff Fedette's on a Kawasaki 250 right behind them, number 21. Is Rick Holder, but Jeff Fedette, world famous ISDE rider, is really got this track dialed. He knows how to set his bike up. Moving into second place, Rick Holder. Third place, Don Wallbeezer. Next race, 250 Pro jumping out front. Jeff Fedette, ISDE, international star. His 250 Kawasaki, second place. Number 2 is Don Wallbeezer on the Cyclecraft. Mark Janjoff is 96. He's running in third, fourth. 21. Rick Holder from Stillman Valley, Illinois. He's on a 250 Honda dirt track bike. Jeff Fedette's on that 250 Kawasaki. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Watch this guy go through these corners. This is a converted motocross bike. Don Wallbeezer's on a motocross bike. Number 21, Rick Holder, he's on a dirt track bike. Mark Janjoff's on a motocross bike. But they modified the suspension on the motocross bikes. Danny Peterson's back in 5th place. We swing back over. Jeff Fedette is still leading. Got a battle shaping up for second. Jeff staying nice and easy, moving into second place. Mark Janjoff, 3rd place. Rick Holder, and 4th place is Don Wallbeezer. Now we look at 250 amateur, jumping up front. Dave Dupree, he's riding Jeff Fedette's 250 Kawasaki. Well, this bike is getting a lot of work out. But the bike's really working. Second place is Tom Luther. Tom Luther's from Des Plaines, Illinois. Dave Dupree is from Plainfield. Third place, like 53, it's Steve Duncan. Steve Duncan from Minota, Illinois. Going on to pick up the win was Dave Dupree. Second place, Tom Luther. Now we're looking at the senior class. This riders over 40 jumping out front. Mr. Ice, that's Jerry Westhouse out of retirement. Riding Jeff Fedette's 500 Kawasaki. Battle behind them. Larry Picos on the inside. And Larry Holder, 0 on that Rotex with that Battle Axe front fender. Larry Picos is now in 3rd. He's on that new 600 Yamaha they've been putting together. And here I am, I'm battling with Rich Wallbeezer. I'm trying to get this bike dialed. I don't quite know why it's not working as well as it should, but first time I've had a chance to ride it, and I'm using gold screws, and the rest of these guys have got black screws. That might be part of the trick, but I went on to pick up 5th. And earlier we had a chance to talk to another rider that's going to ride Jeff Fedette's bike, an old pal of mine, Mr. Ice, Jerry Westhouse. Mr. Ice, this is Jerry Westhouse, and Jerry and myself, we probably go back 15, 16 years racing ice, and we're both now running senior class.
Right.
But I see you're going to be running Jeff's bike. You're going to be running the 500 or the 250.
I'm going to be running the 500. Need that horsepower.
Yeah, well, you got Larry Picos. He's got that new Yamaha that he's going to be running.
Right.
So have you raced any races this year?
I haven't raced any ice races this year, no. They've canceled the 2 that I went to at this point.
Okay, so what do you think you're going to do? You think you still got that talent?
Well, I think I can work back into it with a couple laps. Yeah, I can try. Sure.
Well, I've got this new Yamaha, and I'm going to be out there trying to get around the track. I don't know exactly how good this is going to run. I'm going to do a little more jetting, but we're going to be...
Is this new to you?
Well, Danny Peterson gave me the engine, and I picked up a $175 champion frame, and I put a bike together.
Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll be seeing who can be the senior champ at Beloit.
At Beloit, we will tonight.
Okay. This is the race. Senior class. Riders over 40. Jumping out front, it's Jerry Westhouse. On the outside, Larry Picos. Larry Holder, number 0 on that Rotex. On second, Larry on the new Yamaha's third. I'm in fourth. I'm trying to chase down Larry. Larry's got a 600 Yamaha built by his shop, Cyclecraft. And Jerry just borrowed that nice Kawasaki from Jeff Cadet. But Jerry has definitely got this track dialed. That's why we used to call him Mr. Ice. There's one guy that really goes fast on ice tracks. But really surprising running up there is Larry Holder, number 0 on that Rotex. But since he went to Larry Pico seminar at Cyclecraft, he has really gotten that thing dialed. But picking up the win on a Kawasaki is Jerry Westhouse, Mr. Ice. I'm going to slow things down a little bit. This is the unstudded. The only class that had a girl out there racing. Diane Hans on number 11. Jumping out front, the number 17, Mike Perkberg. Second place, it's like Brian Clinch. Third place, Steve Page. You guys are just taking their regular trail quads and going out there and having a good time. Next race we got a chance to look at is Open. This bike's over 400 cc's, jumping out front. Larry Picos from Cyclecraft on that 600 Yamaha, but now working the outside line on Jeff Fredette's 500 Kawasaki, 2-stroke. There's a 2-stroke against a 4-stroke. Dave Dupree from Plainfield, Illinois, just moved into the lead. Larry Picos is back in second, number 42. Well, this guy's really riding Jeff's bike excellently. He even makes it look simple. Maybe that's what everybody needs, is just a Jeff Fredette motorcycle in order to win races. Third place is like Chris Janik from Plano, Illinois. They watch Larry Picos on the Cyclecraft. Number 73, Chris Janik. Fourth place was Troy Fryer. He's from Freeport, Illinois. But picking up the win was Dave Dupree, Larry Picos, second place. Next race, Open Amateur. Well, his Kawasaki's starting to look too familiar. Now Dave Dupree's on it. Larry Picos is still on the 600 Yamaha. He's in second place. But there's Dave Dupree from Plainfield, Illinois. In first, Larry Picos from Woodstock, Illinois. He's on the Cyclecraft Yamaha. He's in second. Third place is like Todd Fryer from Freeport, Illinois. He's on a Kawasaki. At 73, Chris Janik charging in there. Somebody's off the course. Number 13.
Dave Dupree running away with this open class amateur race at Beloit for the WinterFest Riverside Park. Now we're going to look at the quad class. You guys are really hauling. The 250 quads jumping out front. It's like, let's slow it down and take a better look. Number 3, that's Fred Navsker. Watch him go through the corner. An inside wheel coming off the ground. They have to slide these things around the corner. Got a battle going on for 3rd place between Jim Hortz on that Kraus Racing, Phil's Auto Body, and Scott Rubner. Whoa, got one slid out. Pick the speed back up. But up front, Fred Navsker. He's from Judah, Wisconsin. Second place looks like his brother Roy. Battle going on between 25. It's Jim Hortz on the Phil's Auto Body and Kraus Racing, Suzuki. Going on to pick up the win is Fred Navsker from Judah, Wisconsin. Second place, Roy Navsker from Judah, Wisconsin. Third place, Scott Rumner from Monroe, Wisconsin. And fourth place was Jim Hortz from Lindenhurst, Illinois. Looking at the first heat for the Open Pro, jumping out front, Timmy Farrell. Whoa! 2 riders off. Randy Livingston riding like a wild man, ran into the pack of Timmy. There it goes, got a red flag, they're gonna have a restart. Jumping out front, Timmy Farrell, Frankie Kaiser, 81's in there. Tim Farrell from Illinois, Harley Davidson, looks like he's got this thing dialed. Let's move on the inside, Mark DeAcy coming up now. Number 73, that's Steve Gill from Sheridan, Illinois. Where's Vern Brown? Vern Brown's trying to make the move on the inside now, number 24. Number 18, Don Walbeezer. But Timmy has avoided all this ruckus. Then go on and pick up this heat win. Steve Gill in second. Mark DeAcy's in third. Vern Brown's trying to make the move. Don Walbeezer, number 18's in fifth. And we're going to have the second open and final pro heat jumping out front. Mike Gilkey. Mike Gilkey from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, formerly from Plano, Illinois. One of the members of the original Team Chicago at Santa Fe Speedway. Out of retirement. Looks like he hasn't lost a step. Battle going on for second place. It's like Tom DeSort, number 85. Tom Colson, number 82, but moving on the outside. Jeff Fredette make the move. Look at that move. He passes 3 people in 1 lap. Moving on the outside, moving on the inside. This guy has got this track dialed. Tom DeSort now just moving in on the inside of Mike Gilkey. Got Tom Colson. Just moved by, slipped through to second. Got a battle going on for third here. Mike Gilkey, Tom DeSort. Mike Gilkey now on the inside. Got Mike Gilkey on the outside. Tom DeSort now just bobbled in front of Mike. That allowed Tom Colson to sneak through on the inside. Now Mike is on the gas a little quicker than Tom DeSort. He's making that drive on the outside. Tom DeSort is closing up that inner line. Mike Gilkey is leaving back, and now he's nailing it to make the move. And makes a clean pass on the inside and blocks off that inside line. As Tom Colson goes on for second. We're going to go talk to Frankie Kaiser, one of the riders in the pro class. We find out what they're doing for suspension at this night event. I'm with Frankie Kaiser from Wadsworth, Illinois, and we've been talking to Frankie about suspension, and you've been playing with your suspension. Now we're at the short track in Beloit, Wisconsin, and this is the annual event. We're going to be running a night race. How do you think your suspension is going to work here?
Well, I set it up just a little bit different. Not much from the bigger tracks. I soften a little bit because in the bigger tracks, the ruts, seem to affect the suspension because you're going a lot faster, collapses them a lot and stuff like that. So not too much different, just a little bit. And gearing is a big thing here. Got to run a lot of different gear.
Right, okay. Now, what makes you guys go so fast? I mean, when you watch my show, when that open pro class comes out, you guys are just another octave above everybody else. What do you think it is? I mean, is it everybody drives everybody else to go fast? Or?
Yeah, it's a real competitive class. There's a bunch of good guys in there. Timmy Farrell, Jeff Fredette, Vern Brown, Gruber Brothers, and everybody. There's a lot of good racers, and we've been racing a long time together, and just know the equipment setups and just hanging out. Sometimes you just gotta hang it out,
Okay, so what do you look forward for tonight at this racetrack?
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be real tough here. Start's very important. All the good racers are here, and it's you got to get a good start, and you got to ride the bike real aggressive. And I'm looking for a win. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm with Timmy Farrell from Oak Park, Illinois, and Timmy's the manager at Illinois Harley Davidson, and we did the show there with the vintage bikes, and now we're out here racing, and we also did it in Enduro together, but we've been watching you racing, and you almost won that one at Fort Atkinson. Now we're going to run this night race. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Well, tonight's going to be quite a bit different because of the track size. These smaller tracks, anything can happen. A lot has to do with the whole shot and who can muscle their way in through the corner. So it'll be interesting to see. It kind of evens out the competition, and everybody has a good shot at it if you get off the line and work your way through the pack. So it's going to be exciting.
So how many years have you been ice racing? I know you started when you were about 13 or 14, right?
It's been about 15 years now. I've been just about since it started.
Oh, one question a lot of people have. Did you ever race at Santa Fe as a novice, Santa Fe Speedway in Hinsdale, Illinois?
Oh, sure. I rode there, for as a novice and then as a junior and even back as an expert. So.
Okay, yeah. We were wondering how soon you made expert because, ARMA is interested in doing something in Santa Fe, and I told them that they should give you a call. So if they're going to be a vintage short track, I'm sure you guys at Illinois Harley Davidson would want to be involved.
Oh, sure. Santa Fe's a great facility. They have the grounds and the track is nice. And back on Wednesday nights when they had the program, they used to get a great turnout of riders.
Yeah, well, they had the best riders in the country, and if you could cut your teeth at Santa Fe. So does this track here sort of remind you of Santa Fe where we're running under the lights?
No, it's quite a bit different. It's just enough smaller than Santa Fe where you almost don't get straightened up in the straightaways. It's like a big circle once you get going. So it's a different type of riding, and it's certainly interesting to watch, and for spectators it's great because the racing is really close.
Yeah, this is going to be a good show. All right, let's go check out some more racing action from Beloit, Wisconsin. Last race of the day. Open Pro. Jumping out front, Mike Gilkey on that Rotex. Mark Casey on that Honda, but Timmy Farrell's on the outside there. Moving down the inside on the Kawasaki. Jeff Fredette just made the move to the lead. Mike Gilkey second, Timmy Farrell's on the outside. It's Tom Colson down on the inside. Jeff Fredette on that 500 cow. Tom Colson, he's also on a flat track bike. You see it bounce around, but he's riding the wheels off it, and got a battle going on now. Number 24, Vern Brown, 24, is in fourth place. Number 73 is on a Rotex or Can-Am. So watch Jeff Fredette going through turn 1 and 2 again. Mark DeAcy must have, boy, he's got some handling problems with that bike. Tommy Colson's riding the wheels off this thing. Mark DeAcy's already getting laps. 73, Steve Guild from Sheridan, Illinois, and he's at a 400 Can-Am. Vern Brown is trying every which way. Vern Brown, number 24, is trying to catch up, but he ran out of time. Picking up the win was Jeff Fredette. Second place was Tommy Colson. Third place was Steve Guild, and fourth place, Vern Brown.
Music for the show by Engine, Mike Preetz, Intrigue, and Travesty. And all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. Remember, most of the money behind this event was put together by the boys from Beloit Honda, the boys with the toys. Contact me, and I'd love to hear from my audience at teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. Dan Schmitt Politics to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum, Winamac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana 39. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles.